they said that I'm all of a sudden out of nowhere anemic.
That's manageable,
And so I had some blood work done on the 9th for one doctor. And then I had my regular checkup, and they did blood work, and some of it was similar, but my hemoglobin count dropped like a rock in 10 days or 2 weeks, whatever it was. So all of a sudden, I see my doctor, like we get the results in, and then I go back because she wants to check it again a week later, and it fell some more. So now I found out that there's a concern, a genuine concern of internal bleeding. Now, I seem to be, my doctor's like, when you go to a doctor and they make a face that you don't really like? Do you ever have that?
No.
No.
That scares me. That would be weird.
Consider yourselves lucky. She turns around, she goes, you need to go see your gastroenterologist.
I think of, and this is horrible, but I think of Gio because they told a story about one time he went and got like blood work for, I don't know, blood pressure or whatever. And his doctor literally looked at his chart and went like something like, yeef or woof or like
yeah.
like not that's
oof.
Yeah, oof, oof.
Yeah, it's kind of like
not good at all.
She looked at the blood work again and she said, you need to go ASAP to a gastroenterologist. We got to find out if there's any internal bleeding because my hemoglobin level dropped again. So where's the blood? Now, I haven't seen any blood going out of me, right? So they're worried about like a bleeding ulcer. So I called
after the last couple of years and not yet alone your whole life, I would not doubt
right.
that.
So I called the gastroenterologist guy, and they're like, yeah, we can get you in on June 17th. I go, no, you're not understanding this. I go, I just left my doctor's office. They told me to call you to get in as soon as possible because there's a concern about internal bleeding. So she goes, okay, let me see what I'm going to leave a note. I'm going to leave a note, needs to be seen ASAP, possible internal bleeding. Like she read the note back to me. I'm like, okay. Now, in my mind, nobody who reads that note is going to think that there's not something that needs to be tended to immediately, especially since my doctor said ASAP, right? And the doctors, they're in the same healthcare system, if that makes any sense. So I get a call back from the gastros people who read the note. We can get you in July 1st. I go, first off, they just told me June 17th. Now you're telling me July 1st. I go, but I need to be seen as soon as possible. Like, which part of this isn't anybody getting? I kept my cool. I didn't get dicky. I really wanted to. Mm-hmm. But I didn't. So then I call my doctor's office. They're supposed to help me get an appointment, blah, blah, blah. 2 days later, I get a phone call. Now I'm going in. I got to go in on this coming Tuesday morning at 9:45. And then I'm assuming they're going to schedule me for, I don't know how it goes. Right? I don't know how any of this stuff goes. But in the meantime, I'm assuming they're going to like make me go get an endoscopy where they shove the tube down my throat.
Oh, what's that for?
They shove a camera down your throat.
But why?
To go into your stomach and see if there's any ulcers.
So it's not about you being anemic anymore.
Well, it is because my blood level, my hemoglobin level is dropping. They don't know where the blood is going. So the amount of blood I have is not right.
Okay, so because they don't know where the blood's going, your blood supply is short, and that's the anemia.
They think, and they think that it might be internal bleeding. That would be one explanation of it. And they have to go in, they'll put a camera, my guess is, down my throat into my stomach and try to find the ulcer, and then I guess figure out how we treat the ulcer, which I would hope is not surgical. I don't think it would be.
They're getting deep down in them guts, boy.
Yeah, man.
Is this old people related or just JP specific?
Apparently anemia is very common. The question is there's different ways, different causes.
I had anemia.
A lot of times it's like a low iron, but my iron level wasn't really low.
That was my anemia. It was low iron. You eat some Braunschweiger and you're good to go. Right.
So they're saying that because my iron level wasn't low, that's what raised the concern for the internal bleeding, plus the need for the stool sample, which was quite an adventure. You have to.
I know, yeah. Okay, so they give you a kit. Tell me they give you a kit.
You have a kit.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And in the kit, there's like a tube.
Yep.
And that's got a liquid. And inside the tube, there's like a poker thing with bristles on the end.
Nope, I'm not doing this
Hold on a second.
I'm not doing it.
And and a piece of paper. So you got to take the paper and put it in the bowl,
I'm not doing any of this.
right? And then do your business. And then use that poker and stab your business. And then pull it out and then put it back in that tube. And then bring it to the doctor's office.
Nope.
Yeah, nope is right. That was not...
That's so gross. So when you felt the need to have to toilet,
Correct.
you were like,
Can
well,
can we stop with the toilet and the toileting? You
I
go to
don't
the
know why
bathroom.
you're so horribly
Because
offended
it's the
by
rest
that.
of the rest of humanity says go to the bathroom. All of a sudden we're toilet and toileting. You know it's a you know. I know you know.
I know the rest of your humanity. I know the people I speak with think nothing of it and say the same thing, but that's cool. We're just different. You have the instant you feel the need, the
Monica,
urge to go number 2 then. Is that acceptable?
I've been working with you for damn near 10 years now. 9 years. Never during that entire time have I heard you reference going potty, toileting.
Do you know how many times that was a slip up on my part? I will take full responsibility. I slipped up. Do you know how many times I alter the way I speak because you get all like you get now over just words? I keep it straight and narrow. I say things full out. I don't abbreviate anything. There are 0 letters and all of that, all of it. I once in a while will slip with a she, they. Once in a while I'll slip with what I said the other day. But
What's a she, they?
we can all admit 99% of the time you're accepting of the words I choose because I do that for you, sir.
Thank you so much. What do you get mad for?
Because it's exhausting. So my point
It's not
is,
exhausting.
when you
Gareth,
have
you ever... Go ahead. I'm not going to go back into the toilet or anything, but go ahead.
when you have the urge to go number 2 when you did and then you just knew in your head, you're like, man, now I'm gonna have to go get this kit and this is
Yeah.
gonna have to happen. So in your head, if it were me, I'd be like, let me be constipated, let me just never have to poop again because
No,
I'm
because I
not-
want to get to the bottom of it. Like, is there blood there? Are they finding blood? I'm freaking out a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
you shouldn't, and here's why. First of all, they're getting it under control. They're like, you're not like, it's not. I would be concerned if it had been going on for years and you didn't know and you're deteriorating and your organs are now affected and all of that. None of that's happening. You're nipping it in the bud. 2, blood and stool happens a lot. Stuff happens. The doctors are there to treat you. You're set up for success here. You should be focusing on the fact that you're set up for the success
Yeah.
of you outcoming nicely here.
You didn't see her face.
But then also and you're right. And so now you're like, thank God. The good news is she's handling it. Your other doctor's going to handle it. You went and did stuff
I guess.
with your poop. Everybody's handling it. It will have a good outcome because you're handling it.
Okay. I hope so.
Or focus on the negative and death is imminent.
Correct. Don't you? I'm glad you see how this works.
It's not how that works at all. At all. Focus on the positive.
I don't know. The health stuff scares me. You know what's very weird? It doesn't. Yes, it scares me, but it's not scaring me as much as it used to.
Well, that's good.
I used to be. I don't know if it is, and I'll explain. I used to be petrified of dying. Petrified.
Are you welcome?
And now I don't welcome it.
No, sweet release of death, please.
I don't welcome it, but I definitely don't fear it as much as I used to. And that's making me wonder why.
Well, 'cause-
Why am I all of a sudden like, well, if that's what it is, that's what it is. And, it's my time, it's my time. Meanwhile, I used to be very, very afraid of dying, like panic stricken, afraid of dying for a while. And then it got better, but I always had a healthy fear of bad health. Right?
Yeah.
And now I find myself not caring so much. And that scares me because I'm not dealing with depression. I'm not depressed. Like, I'm not sitting there wanting to, like, stay in the room, the dark room and all that kind of stuff. I know what depression is. I'm not in it. I'm not dealing with that. So why do I all of a sudden not care so much about dying?
Well, when every day's
Anybody?
pain,
Huh?
when every day's pain for you.
Well, there is that.
Love of Christ. No, but here's the thing. What is weird? I'm not saying that's weird or not weird. I think it's a good thing. I'm glad that you're no longer death in the fear grip of death. But I feel like it's unusual, both of our circumstances, because you've been exposed to death so much. I would feel like you wouldn't be afraid of it. It's not commonplace by any means, but it's certainly not a
Right.
weird, strange, oh my God. With me, I'm terrified of it because I know one person who's died, and that's scary to me. Like, now he's not here. I'm still grappling with it. Not as bad as it was, but I'm still not fully comprehending why I can't text him right now. It's a very weird thing for me to process. So I would think that if anybody should be not casual about it, but like not fearing it by any means, it would be you, because you know, you've experienced, you've gone through all of it. And not just, I mean, that's from friends to both of your parents. That's like a lot of grief.
Right, I understand that, but grief is one thing. Being okay all of a sudden with dying is weird. Like, I'm okay with it. If it was to happen, my T's are crossed, my I's are dotted as far as, like, my family being taken care of, and, like, paperwork is done. There's not too much to, explain. I'm probably worth more dead than alive, or damn close to it.
Really now? Weirdest concern.
But yeah, for her.
Weirdest concern. Okay, so you, God forbid, and it's something easy, and nobody's, it's not a horrible situation, but God forbid today at 1:00, please stay till the show. You end up dying, and that's awful, and that's horribly and sad, and all of that. But you float up above your body, and you see what is your first concern, like you're going to be embarrassed by something, or you're going to be like, oh, I wish I would have done that. Like, I should have done that. It's dirty here, or it's, you know what I mean? Like, I forgot to hide my porn, or something. I should have cleared my cache. What is your biggest?
That's a great question.
Because mine right now, for the record, is I think I told you guys there was pressure washing and painting and all of that, and all my outside stuff was inside, and it was a whole ordeal.
They were doing the deck. They were doing your deck over.
Yeah,
right?
the porch and the balcony and the whole building getting painted. So I had to bring all my stuff in, including the kitty litter. And I finally yesterday just put the bare minimum outside, including the kitty litter, because it's finally all set. But I didn't have time to vacuum. So right now, it's not in any way, shape, or form a lot of kitty litter in there, and it's no poop or anything. It's just like the actual litter itself that they scooped out a little bit, and it's on my living room floor. And if someone goes in there right now, Monica lives in kitty litter like a big bum, and
the coroner walks in there and goes, "Yep, this dirty bitch had to come in."
Yep, exactly. And because there's still some boxes in the dining room, and it just looks like I just need to go home and make it right. And that would be the worst.
Here's a question for you: if God forbid something happened to you today.
At 11:14?
Who are they calling?
Oh, nobody, I guess.
Like, who's coming to claim your body?
I don't have any family in Florida, so nobody, I guess. Nobody. It's just me. Short Mexican girl.
Right, but somebody's got to...
No, okay, so what if I die right after the show and I have my ID that has my first and last name on it?
And they're going to say, okay, who's the next of kin?
I got none.
Like, huh?
I got none. I mean, my family lives in Iowa.
In Iowa, so somebody would have to, that would be scary to me. Scary to me would be dying and then just sitting there because nobody knows.
Just sitting there
because they didn't know who to call. Who are we calling?
I know you're going to laugh at me for this, and I know my brain is a little weird, but my first thought is, yay! Nobody has to get the phone call I got when Don passed away. Like,
who's
I don't
throw
want
your funeral.
I guess my family. I guess
a funeral that you want to make sure everybody's downright bawling, crying.
That is fact. Yes.
Before the party, like somebody, to me,
can we make it into a bone event? And all the listeners can come spit on my grave that all hate my guts.
No, we won't spit on your grave. I would love to do like some sort of pirate / Viking funeral where we just set your casket on fire, float it out. Yeah. Well, you like being on the water, right? We'll just set it on fire and float you out to sea.
None of this is good. I just don't want anybody to have to get the phone call that I got when Don passed. That is the world's worst in the history of ever. So yeah. I think it's thank God nobody has to get that phone call.
Well, somebody's going to have to get it. Eventually, they're going to have to figure it out. So I think the way it would work is maybe they'd have your work ID, they'd contact work, and then... John Brennan's
the next...
And then John Brennan's the next of kin. And then they're trying to find out, okay, who does she talk to? Now, are they asking me about family members in Iowa? I don't know. I don't even remember your aunt's names.
I don't know.
And Debbie. There's a Debbie.
There's a Debbie. She's in Arizona, though. She's not in...
That's the Billiton one?
No, that's Adele. She's in Wisconsin, I think. Yeah, we're all over the joint.
We'd have to find the, and then I'd have to give you a real last name. And
no,
then, can we? We'd have to. Hey, Rob's online too. What's up, Rob?
Hey, man, I think you actually touched on all the reasons you're not afraid of dying. You've got all your ducks in a row. The depression isn't hanging over your head anymore. You've kind of found peace where you're at, and I think all of that together erases that crazy fear.
Yeah,
Good
but
point.
you would think I would want to continue to live and stay alive for my kids because I want to see grandkids and all the other stuff. I think Gareth kind of nailed it early on, and I think he was just kind of being flippant. But
Me, never.
when you're in pain every day, you're almost like, it's not it's not the worst option.
I think he's right.
But you're also not wanting to die. You're just not afraid of it. So I think big
Right.
difference there.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
There is. Good
I
point.
definitely don't want to die, but I'm not. That's a good point. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah.
As far as what would be embarrassing to me,
Yeah. What would be like the first? You're like, oh, I forgot to. And I don't know how you feel if you're like a clean freak or whatever. Like I forgot to put the dishes in the dishwasher.
no, and I have there's no porn on my cache.
Then you're
so
good.
I got that going
That's
for
why
me.
you're not afraid.
I really don't know
Did you tell your wife you loved her when you left today?
every day.
Nope. Oh, okay.
Every day.
That's amazing. See, and then so you don't have that to regret. I guess you have there's no embarrassment whatsoever at all. That's weird.
I'm sure there is. I just can't necessarily come up with it.
What if you licked the under boob sweat, had a heart attack, and that was what you had to tell the people? Like, last thing
How
you
you
did was
died?
licking my under boob sweat.
What killed him? That would be great. That would be a story. But I told it on the radio, so how embarrassed of it am I?
Yeah, that's me too. You're kind of
know?
proud of it. That's a badge of honor.
Skippy's on line one. Go ahead, Skip.
Skippy hung up.
Okay. Yeah, as far as that goes, I don't really know what I'm embarrassed of.
That's a good thing. That's
I
a good
guess.
thing. There's
Yeah,
no
but
kitty
it's
litter on your living room floor. Oh.
It's like boring.
No, it just means you're
I should have-
prepared. What about
I
like
should
was there
have-
anything in your Jeep or your car or whatever that is like
No, my car's empty.
Is there anything in your wallet that's maybe I shouldn't have kept that picture?
Maybe in my dirty laundry, some like
Streaks.
crusty socks or something like that.
That's
Or a little tip drip in the drawers somewhere.
okay.
What?
Ew.
It happens.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm
It
saying
does.
y'all are
'cause
just lazy.
It comes back later on. You think you're all good, and then a little tip drip. It happens.
So
And
wait until
then
it's
you
all
change it.
gone.
You thought I did. Just saying. And even that's just natural. That just happens to everybody.
I
And they
like-
would have to go through my dirty laundry to get there.
Oh, and they would. Are you kidding me? Mr. 25 plus years in the same spot. People are looking for the dirt. They need to know that you are human.
It's JP 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Be right back.
John Stud, my middle name Mud. Dirty water flow, too much for you thug. That can't stand the flood. What up, Doc? Whole big gun like Elmer Fudd, the show shot.
You're listening to JP on 1025 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic.
John Setting from Drew Garabo Live,
And Carmen from the Mike Kelta Show.
here to tell you about the greatest product in all the land, Tiza, the pouch that you dip between your cheek and your gum. It's going to give you focused energy, and you'll be feeling fine all day long.
And there's no tobacco, no calories, and no spitting.
I am a fan of the spicy stuff. I like the bangin' black cherry, the mango habanero. I'll throw it in a bottle of water, a beverage, or just right in the upper deck. I love Tiza.
See, I'm a wintergreen fan, and I am a left lower cheek.
Ooh.
That's where I like to keep mine. And really, honestly, I use mine before the gym, even after the gym, so I get a little energy boost on my way home. It has to be one of the best new products that I've tried, probably since the iPhone.
And you can stock up at TizaEnergy.com. Use our code BONE20 for 20% off everything in the online store. Tiza Energy. Why spit?
When you can swallow.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are conquering the unconquerable. Our experts are leading the way with innovative regenerative medicines and biotherapeutics that can repair diseased, injured, or defective tissues and organs to help treat people with chronic medical conditions. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
The Golden Diamond Source is extending their Mother's Day gift card match. The $500 gift card match is going on right now, May 5th through the 11th. That means if you come in with a $500 budget, they will match it for up to $1,000 in spending power. You can either give it as a gift card so they can experience and shop with you, or buy jewelry that same day. They have something for everyone's budget. They have the largest selection that is family owned and operated under one roof. That is why they are the destination for jewelry. They will walk you through the process and make it super easy. The Golden Diamond Source is extending their Mother's Day gift card match. The $500 gift card match is going on right now, May 5th through the 11th. That means if you come in with a $500 budget, they will match it for up to $1,000 in spending power. You can either give it as a gift card so they can experience and shop with you, or buy jewelry that same day. They're at 3800 Olmerton Road, right off of 275. Check them out online at goldendiamond.com and get in there for the $500 Mother's Day gift card match, May 5th through May 11th, and make sure it's a Golden Diamond Source diamond.
Just one step. That's all it takes to begin to make a huge change in your life with nursing education from Jersey College's School of Nursing. Just ask our grads.
Jersey College gave me all the tools and confidence I needed to prepare me to be a nurse.
The teachers here, they're amazing. They're supportive.
You're never alone. It's more than just a school here. I feel like it's a family.
2025 is full of possibilities. Take the next step towards your nursing dream today. Visit jerseycollege.edu. That's jerseycollege.edu.
Hey, this is Roger for the amazing Sleep Number Smart Bed. My wife and I, we've had our Sleep Number Smart Bed for over 8 years. My side of the bed, my sleep number setting is a 45. On her side of the bed, her sleep number setting is a 55. She likes the bed a little more firm than I do. Never slept better. It adjusts while you sleep so you can sleep well uninterrupted. Oh, by the way, over the last month, my average sleep number score is an 81. That's amazing. So why should you choose a Sleep Number Smart Bed? Well, so you can choose your ideal comfort on either side like we do. It's the only bed that lets you make each side firmer or softer whenever you like your Sleep Number setting. And right now, it's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event, up to 50% off, limited time, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. In Tampa, 1822 Northwest Shore Boulevard. In Clearwater, at the Countryside Mall on US 19. And in Brandon, at the Brandon Exchange between JCPenney's and the food court. See store or sleepnumber.com for details.
Time marches on, and a lot has changed. But one thing has not changed. Washington regulations on local stations. Regulations that make it tough for local TV and radio stations to compete with global big tech platforms. If you want to keep local news, weather, and live sports on TV and radio, we need updated regulations. Tell Washington to modernize the rules to help local stations compete. Learn more at nab.org/modernize the rules. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
The old saying, you get what you pay for, still holds true today. Like when air conditioning companies offer you $29 tune-ups. Really? I'm not going to be fooled by that, and you shouldn't be either. Hi, I'm Zach Moskowitz, president of Cox Heating and Air Conditioning. Those so-called deals lure you into spending a lot more. At Cox Heating and Air Conditioning, we have a real honest solution. It's our Cox Personalized Maintenance Plan. For only $110 for first-time customers, our certified technicians visit your home twice a year and keep you cool. Get your Cox Personalized Maintenance Plan today at coxair.com.
License number CAC 1816108.
Cox is your key to comfort since 1958.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP.
JP, 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Coming up at 12 o'clock, we'll do the Bone bonus, give you a shot at $1,000. And then around 12:15, we'll do a little dead guy in the envelope for today.
JP, so I know and it's not the most fun subject in the world, death and dying.
Well, yeah.
And I don't want to worry you more with your health issues, but I got questions. Because I just...
Regarding?
Well, if you were to die or if, death, basically. If you, God forbid, all of this is God forbid. Can we put a blanket God forbid on this? And nobody wants this to happen.
Okay.
If you were to pass away after 1 o'clock this afternoon. And okay, so you're dead. And it is of my belief that you know what's going on. We're gonna operate knowing that you can see stuff. what if how soon will your wife have to wait to start dating before you start feeling weird? Or what if she started dating like right away? What if she went like to a guy's house, is like, well, we got to plan this guy's funeral, and now we can kind of finally come public once this is done?
As far as like how would I feel about? I mean, I'm dead, so
But I'm saying you can
there's not
see.
much I can do about it. So you're telling me that I died, and wherever my body was whatever happens to my body, and somehow I got like a text message like, "Hey, your wife."
You're
is-
watching it. You're
I'm watching it from
observing.
above?
You get to see it all. Yeah, you have full access. Except you just can't communicate, but you
All right,
have
hold
full
on.
access is to see her go from your funeral planning to her boyfriend's house.
Do I have the from my funeral planning to her boyfriend's house? I would probably not be happy about it.
Is there a
And-
length of time? I'm like, is she allowed to date again? Is she like?
I mean, listen. Of course, you're allowed to date
F
again. I
that.
would
No,
like
you're
to-
not. Always, forever, goaded to death with love.
No, I mean, how can you don't want anybody? You don't want anybody else to die alone with their cats. You know?
Selfish. I only need selfish AF. I don't.
Oh,
care.
I don't know. I don't think I mind it. I don't want it to be
A year?
That's too short.
It's too short.
Too short.
I thought
More
there was
than
a
at
lot.
I
least
think a year is good.
More
I
than
think
me for at least a year.
I think a year is respectful.
Do they celebrate your do they acknowledge the death, your year death date, and then keep going?
I would say that. Mourn me for a year. Death day comes. Go. All right, I'm ready to move on. Don't do it within months. You little, you little slut.
Right. Basically, don't bring a date to my funeral.
No,
That'd
no.
be cool. You know, but I think a year is respectful.
And aside from your wife, because I mean, I think that is respectful. I think an organic situation. If it's 9 months and it just happened, nobody planned anything, and it wasn't evil and mean, and they were trying to screw you
Right.
over. And if it's
Well,
a
they
9
didn't kill
months,
me.
yeah. If they were not discovered as having to be part of your death,
Wasn't
but
murder.
then what about your kids though? So as of today, this happens today at 1:00, God forbid. Which kid is sadder? Like, are you mad at one of them right now, or are they mad at you right now?
Yeah. I'm not mad at either one of them right now.
Are they mad at you?
There is something for me to get to later on.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the girl. With the girl.
I love it. I love
Well,
her.
the fact that you call her the girl is she's probably gonna mourn you less.
So she's not. Yeah, she's not as happy. She's all right with you passing.
Yeah, Isabella is very emotional, but she also is cold. She can be cold.
She doesn't seem like she's daddy's little princess, but he seems like he's
buddies.
You're his boy.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but he doesn't show emotion all that often.
Oh, he will.
He
His
doesn't
dad
show
does.
it. He's a tough nut to crack. He's kind of like he's Nicole, and Isabella is me. But I mean, I think they'd both be upset. I have I feel and I believe that I have good relationships with my kids. Do I wish I was closer with my daughter? Absolutely.
I mean, that comes in time, right? Like,
I hope so. I really hope so.
she's just.
I do.
She's at an age where she doesn't. I'm not saying she's immature, but her brain capacity to understand completely and fully all you've done for her and appreciate that
Right.
is just not there yet, and that's just not her. That's just like that age.
I hope so. I hope you're right there. But as far as I think they would both care.
I mean, I'm not saying they both don't care, but one's going to be like, "All right, we done with this yet?"
I think she's gonna wear a nice dress to your funeral, and she's gonna go up to your casket and go, "This cost $1,200." Walk
Yeah.
away.
Yeah,
Walk
probably.
away. Yeah.
Or reach in my pocket to see if I got anything in there.
I put this
Yeah.
on your credit card.
My daughter is definitely most likely to take money out of my pockets.
Oh, that's horrible.
Like, out of everybody in the house, it would be Isabella first, my wife second, Joseph third.
Aw.
But they would all do it.
No.
They would all do it.
Anybody taking valuables like that you have, like watches or whatever? Anybody trying to go for that angle?
Well, everybody, like my daughter's gonna get my wife's jewelry. My son will get, whatever I accumulate by the time I die. Right now, he's got one Rolex.
Speaking of
That's
the slyness and the shadiness, because I think of me and how annoyed I'm going to be when I pass away, and if my mom's still alive, how ridiculous she's going to be. So, would your sister come in and try to be like the family, like she was
No.
the bestest sister in the world, and how sad she is, and that's all? Would she come in and be fake? I guess is what I'm saying. Because that, Deb,
That's
listen,
a good question. You're on fire today. I don't know. I don't think so. Like, she's a narcissist, but I don't think she's the needs to be the center of attention person.
But she might be truly and unbelievably sad.
Yes,
And
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that even though we're not really on any terms whatsoever right now, I think we'd both be upset if the other one croaked.
Would there be regret? Like, is she coming in to your funeral and throwing herself on the grave and saying, "I'm so sorry, I was such a bitch during"?
She would never feel
regret.
She would never feel regret.
That feels weird.
No.
That doesn't seem right. But would she be there with your? Would she temporarily move in with your family to make sure that that they're taken care of and go to the grocery store and whatever needs to be done while they're handling their business?
No.
Oh.
No.
Will she reach in your pocket?
My wife probably wouldn't have it. Maybe she would. Because they get along very well, my wife and my. But my wife is upset by the whole situation too right now. So, it's.
Is your sister stealing your jewelry or taking your wallet out of your pocket? I feel like that's a yes. I feel like.
Yeah, it's not a no. It's not a no.
And that's sad when people. That just breaks my heart. It's just annoying to me.
It's funny you bring up the jewelry thing, because I just had this conversation with my wife yesterday on our way to my son's lacrosse game. I have all of my grandparents and my grandfather's jewelry.
Oh.
And my father said, he's like, while I'm alive, do not sell anything. I want this for you guys. I want this for the kid, blah, blah, blah. Nobody's wearing any of the stuff. It's old. I have my grandmother's engagement ring, but my grandmother was 85 pounds soaking wet. That ring's not fitting anybody.
But wouldn't it be fun to put on a necklace as vintage jewelry?
Well, I did some of that.
Yeah.
And, I'd given something, my grandmother had a beautiful, like a emerald and diamond stick pin that I had turned into a charm for a necklace.
Oh, that's
for Nicole.
Nice. Oh my God, that's nice.
And all that kind of stuff. And I said to Nicole, I'm like, this stuff is just sitting in a box in a safe. And it's been there for 10 years. And if I don't do anything with it, it's going to sit there until the day we die.
Yeah.
And then it's going to go to the kids. And then it's going to sit in the house because they're not wearing any of this stuff. There's my father's diamond pinky ring.
But I don't know. You don't think in time.
You heard me.
No, I'm somehow not shocked. But also, don't you feel like that pinky ring might be something someone would want to sport at some point? I don't think it's a forever not going to wear thing. I think I would want, like, if it's my grandfather and I'm the age I am now, I would wear that, or at least put on a necklace or something.
So the pinky ring thing, that's old Italian stuff. I mean, you're not really seeing anybody that's not a wise guy, not in the mafia. And I haven't even seen those guys wearing pinky rings anymore. It doesn't mean, it's a ring. It doesn't have to be on the pinky. But
no, but.
So it's a lot of stuff that's just like dated, like it's gold with onyx and a diamond J.
But
there's some other stuff. So my thought was, get rid of all of it.
No.
But hold on. Use it to buy a watch, and something for female to get. So my daughter will have that piece when I'm gone, and my son will have the watch when I'm gone, along with all the other stuff, because it's just sitting in boxes doing nothing. Like, I'm torn. My wife thinks we should get rid of it and have it turned into something that's going to get used and then still remain an heirloom.
But see, and I don't know. And
I'm
not
torn
saying
on this one. I don't know what the right answer is. I kind of agree with you, and I see her side of the story too.
I do see.
Mostly because I want to watch.
I see her right in the now, but I think long term, an heirloom is authentic, and it has nothing to do with money value. It has to do. This was it. This was this.
Right.
This necklace didn't used to be a ring that used to be this. A ring is a ring, and don't you think that old fashioned stuff, which I know exactly what you're talking about, doesn't that come back around somehow, some way, or isn't it considered vintage? And,
maybe.
And might want to be worn.
Maybe, but I also don't see I've brought it out before in front of my daughter, And she showed zero.
Well, how old was she?
Interest in it. Not too about a year ago.
Yeah,
she was 17.
Let's give her when she gets into college. She starts getting
She
different
was 17.
styles and figuring out what her style is and how she likes it. I would just say hold off. Maybe eventually it's the right thing to do. And maybe as a family you all decide, screw this. Let's all make some new stuff.
I mean, I'm not looking to sell it and use it for a vacation that's gone. I'm using the thought is to sell it and then buy new things that will still be heirlooms.
Yeah.
Like I know when I buy the watches, they are going to be handed to my son. And that's what he's got from me. And my daughter has my wife's wedding ring, her engagement ring, and a whole bunch of other, diamonds and, earrings and stuff that I bought over the years. So my daughter gets all that. Right now, dollar for dollar, my wife's stuff way more expensive than what I would leave my son.
Sure, monetarily, but I'm saying, that's an old Italian heritage situation. Like I'm trying to think, I know my aunt, the militant one, as you mentioned earlier, she had all these beautiful, colorful costume things. She used to dance in like a Mexican folk dancing situation. And these costumes were gorgeous and authentic and hand sewn and all of that. Like that's history. That's your family. That's your
but
culture.
what are you going to do with it?
I don't,
Let's just say she died and left it to you.
Yeah.
You're going to look at it once.
No.
You're going to look at it once. You're going to put it in a box.
No.
You're not walking around dancing around and stuff.
No, two options there. One is to go against everything I just said and cut it shorter because it's full length or whatever. Cut it shorter and because it's like they're colorful. Like I would wear that if it weren't so long and whatever. And wear it like a t-shirt and flip-flops or whatever. Or probably more to the point, is I have a whole wall, believe it or not, of clothing items that are framed that I didn't want to get rid of. I'm not going to wear. I don't want to stick them in a box.
Yeah.
And I could frame at least part of that dress into,
Yeah.
have a little memory and label
Plus,
it.
I feel like if I sell this stuff, my father's going to haunt me. In other news, real quick, is there a reason why the Sending Show logo was over your head
Literally
on the screen?
just looked up and saw that. That hasn't been there the whole time. Right when you said in other words or in other notes, I looked up.
And it's sitting there.
It hasn't been there the whole time.
How does that happen?
I think John Sending is in the control. No, I'm just kidding.
Is that what's happening?
No, it's not.
That would actually be funny.
He wouldn't do that. He loves you. I don't know. I have no idea, and I don't want to. I'm not even going to look in the general direction of the
engineering
of the control of the Bone TV room because I will get yelled at. So I will tell Mike Cernak, who will know how to change it. Right?
Yeah, he's the go-to guy. The fear of the engineering department in that building is real, huh?
Well, I don't know about the department.
Yeah.
It's just one guy. It's not Mike Cernak.
I don't want to get yelled at. I don't want to get yelled at.
Understood. Good questions, Monifa.
Thank you.
SKP 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. We'll be right back.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. The Bone Bonus is back. The Bone is giving you $1,000 5 times a day, every weekday. Listen to The Bone for your chance to win $1,000 at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 2, and 5 p.m. every weekday. Want to make an omelet, but eggs are still way too expensive? The Bone has your back. It's the Bone Bonus, hooking you up with cash every single weekday. Presented to you by Farah & Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. The Bone Bonus is back. 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio.
I'm sure everyone says this, but my mom really deserves the world. This year, I finally found a Mother's Day gift that comes close. She loves Hellsberg, so I'm getting her these timeless gold earrings she can enjoy for years to come. They feel special enough to show how much I truly appreciate everything she does for me. And I mean everything. I even sent my dad a link to the Diamond Eternity band he'll be getting her, too.
Save up to 50% on Mother's Day gifts Mom will cherish forever. Visit Hellsberg.com or a store near you.
Preparing to sell your home can be costly and time-consuming. You can skip the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hey, it's JP. You can say goodbye to the stress that comes along with showings, open houses, and costly home repairs. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate will sell your home fast and for maximum value. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home for top dollar. Just go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
When you get hurt, you don't want to end up on the injured list. You want to get back in the game, stronger than ever. At Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, we fight for you, making sure big insurance doesn't throw you a curveball. With over $25 billion recovered, we're the home run hitters you need.
This is gone.
Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Morgan & Morgan is responsible for this ad. John Morgan is licensed in Florida and Tennessee. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Weekday lunch just arrived at J. Luigi Soho, now serving Italia all day. Stop in Tuesday through Friday for $11 lunch combos and sandwiches made just for lunch. Then ease into happy hour from 4 to 6 with martinis, spritz, and more. J. Luigi Soho on the corner of South Howard and De Leon. Ciao for now.
Spring is in the air, and that can only mean one thing. Baseball is back. Hard Rock Bet makes it easy to bet on America's pastime in just a few easy steps. It's more than betting on the game. You can bet on home runs, strikeouts, and more. You can even bet on if someone will score in the first inning. So it's a super fun, fast bet. And it's win or go home in the NBA playoffs, but not for new customers on Hard Rock Bet. As a new sign-up, if you don't win your first bet, you'll get a bonus bet back up to $100 to try again. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida. To wager, terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 888-ADMIT.
Progressive knows when you're on your boat, you're already on vacation. And Vacation You forgets all your worries. Vacation You doesn't even keep track of time and knows that time is a meaningless construct designed to control us, man. But Regular You knows you don't want to be too far out in the water after the sun goes down because Vacation You doesn't know how to navigate in the dark yet. Vacation You and Regular You really need to get on the same page. So bundle your boat with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Find mom's best gift at Target. Now through Mother's Day, get up to 40% off gifts for her. Discover trendy apparel and swimwear that'll elevate any wardrobe. Jewelry that'll make her smile shine brighter, and even chocolate that'll turn any moment into something sweeter. There are endless options to choose from to show her she's the best. Hurry! Save 20 to 40% on select apparel, jewelry, chocolates, and more this Mother's Day only at Target. Restrictions apply.
John Senning here. I'm obviously not an attorney, but Mo DeWitt is. And you probably already know that if you're injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo and his firm fights for the injured people in Tampa Bay to get them what they deserve. Fighting the insurance companies can seem overwhelming, but that's what Mo does every day. And he's ready to do it for you. No matter what life throws at you, stand up and fight to get what you deserve. And it all starts with one call to Tampa's injury attorney at 866-CALL-MO. Give him a call day or night at 866-CALL-MO. That's 866-CALL-MOE.
Sports allow us to play, learn, and grow. But there's something more important than victory. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe every athlete deserves to be safe. Safe from abuse and misconduct on and off the field. We equip athletes, parents, coaches, and others with the right education to recognize, prevent, and respond to harmful behavior. Join the movement to champion respect and end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com.
And now, back to JP.
It's JP 105 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. It's a Busta Rhymes Day.
Is it?
It is right now.
Okay.
It might be later. I have a few songs on the phone. Before you mentioned my daughter, and I said something I wanted to get to there. I think she's got a new boyfriend.
Nice.
Oh, I like her. She's
And I already hate
she's
him.
living her best life. Oh, whatever. You're always gonna hate him.
But wait, why isn't she coming to here, to Florida? So is
Not
this
until, well, that's the whole thing. I think this is, see, she doesn't tell us anything.
She's
It's always like,
girl. What do you
I know, but
want?
it's always like I got to crack a code to figure things out. So I got a little bit out of when I had daddy-daughter day a couple weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I said, so what's going on with the prom? Are you going with your girlfriends? Are you going with your friend, with a guy? She goes, I'm not sure yet. She's like, I think somebody's going to ask me. I'm like, okay, what's his name? She didn't want to tell me. I'm like, but you should just tell me his name.
But you don't know him. What's the difference? It doesn't matter
because
what his
maybe
name
I
is.
do know him. But anyway, so, she tells me his name, and I say, okay, no problem. And I leave it alone. I don't even talk to Nicole about it because I don't want Isabella to think I just turn around and go, rat her out.
Oh, she thinks it.
Well, no, she doesn't because it came up the other day. My wife had no idea about it. I got in trouble. Nicole got pissed off.
You're going to get in trouble from her for ratting or from Nicole for not ratting.
So, right. So yesterday.
Is he Italian?
Irrelevant.
Half.
Okay. Okay, you did kind of mention this guy before.
Yeah, first question I asked, he was half. I think his first name, they call him Savvy. So I think it's.
It's this guy. Yeah, I remember him. You mentioning him. Yeah,
Savarino
like
or something
him.
like that. Yeah, Savarino. And I said yesterday, she's like, she kept asking me, like I'm a moron. You know how when they say like, when there's a crime committed, there's somebody that's like asking questions or injecting themselves into the investigation.
Yes.
Those are the ones you immediately have to start looking at. Yesterday, I come home and I crashed for whatever. I'm exhausted. I didn't sleep the night before, and I took like a 2.5 hour nap in the middle of the afternoon yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah, it was hardcore. So before I fell asleep, she asked me. She's like, "Are you going to Joe's game?" My son had a lacrosse game yesterday. I said, "I'm not going if it's pouring." And then she's like, and she just kind of walked out of the room. As soon as I opened my eyes, she's like, Are you going to Joe's game? I go, "What's going on?" She's like, "Nothing."
She got to know if you're going to be in the house or not.
I go, "Why are you continuing to ask me if I'm leaving the house? Are you and mommy going to the game? What are you?" What? She's like, Nothing. I'm like, okay.
I want to invite Savvy over. Savvy.
So then I'm like, okay, and I'm just keeping an eye on things. And Nicole's running late, so it's taking us. I said, "Isabella, you're gonna have to feed the dog." She goes, "I'm leaving." I said, "Okay, where you going?" She's like, "I'm going out with, her friend Liv, Tommy, Liv's boyfriend."
Too much details. It's Savvy.
And Savvy.
Okay.
And I said, "Okay, that's fine." My wife is like, "Who's Savvy?" Why are you holding fingers up? What am I?
Oh, no.
What was that?
I was making the John. Sorry, I was playing.
Oh, she's
okay.
promoting Senate.
No, I was making it a sign. I was being the
Everyone
poll.
look, Senate
Sorry.
show on JP's.
I forgot you can see me.
So all of a sudden, she's like, "Okay, I'm leaving," and there was a car outside. And Nicole's going to look out the window, and she's yelling, "Mom, stop! Mom, will you stop?" And she's getting like pissed off, and she walks out of the house. And my mom's like, my wife is like, "That's a dude that just came and picked her up. That's got to be the guy Savvy."
Yeah.
So now I'm sitting on it, and I'm stewing.
Why?
Stewing, because you get out of the car, and you come knock on the door.
Here we go.
That's what
Here we
you
go.
do.
Yep.
That's the right thing to do. To the point where as soon as my son got home from his game last night, I'm like, you do know that if you're going to pick a girl up or you're going to, no matter what, you'll get up and you're not. He's like, yeah, I know. You've told me that a million times. I'm like, okay, just want to make sure, because I was pissed.
But what if he did? Maybe his parents didn't tell him that, and then you can't be mad if he doesn't know.
Well, I told my daughter that. I said, listen to me. I said, I don't know who this dude is, and that's cool. I don't even know if you're dating him. He's just a prom date, whatever it is. If he comes back here to pick you up again, he gets out and Isabella starts rolling her eyes. I go, look at me. I go, do I look like I'm joking? I go, he gets out of the car and comes and knocks on the door. I'm not going to embarrass you. I'm not going to embarrass him. It's just the right thing to do. And she goes, I know. I said, okay, so we don't have to have this conversation again? She said, no. I'm like, all right, we're good.
And also,
We're
clearly
good
he has
until
to
the
call
next
you
time
King Sire, Mr.
No,
Sir, because
no,
you got
no,
mad
no,
the last
no,
guy called
no,
you JP.
No,
You called him
well,
John.
No, he called me JP.
Right? Oh, okay.
He called me JP, that guy, once. And then I had that conversation with Isabella, and then it never happened again.
And we never saw him again.
Yeah, what are we in old world Italy? How about it just fast forward to now? I'm not saying he shouldn't. I'm saying it's not the end of the world if he doesn't.
You know it. It's respect. Respect is a big deal.
I think respect is when he does finally meet you, he shows respect that way. He doesn't even, if he's never met you, there's no disrespect or respect. There's nothing.
There's the problem. You don't just roll past my house, slow the car down, and my daughter goes running outside the door. Not happening. Not happening.
Yeah.
See, Diz gets it.
I get it.
He knows.
You're not taking my two sweet girls away that way.
Yeah.
You're going to come shake my hand.
That's all you have to do. I don't need to sit. You don't have to come in and have a 20-minute conversation. None of that stuff.
It's kind of not just a respect thing, but it's a safety thing. It's like, okay, now I know who she's with. Boom.
Right.
Good.
He could be, he could be the most polite thing to your face and show all the respect in the world and still be a serial killer. That has nothing to do with it. But what I'm saying is,
it's respect.
If he's never ever met you, if he hasn't, like, this is not her, like, you know him for a while or whatever, and then he doesn't do it. Yeah, that's a little weird. Why doesn't he want to talk to you? I'm not saying it's disrespectful. It's weird, and I'd be weirded out too. But if he doesn't even know you, if the first meeting hasn't happened yet, then that's not disrespectful. It's just
well, you make the first meeting happen.
Okay, but not now. I got to go somewhere. We'll set that up later.
No, that's not the way it works.
Nope.
First impressions are everything.
So glad
I
did.
get we can't tell if he's a serial killer, but before you chop up my kid, come show some respect to me.
Exactly.
So I could be like, well, he was a respectable young man. I never saw this coming.
Yeah, didn't see that one coming.
You guys have too many. That's insanity.
It's not insanity.
I'm so glad.
You're a minority here.
I'm so glad. No, I just think that I'm of the now. Y'all are going with the old fashioned, and people are going to call up, yeah, that's why you're all old fashioned. This is all very, very old fashioned.
I don't think showing respect and common decency is old fashioned.
Either do I.
I don't think it should be ever out of vogue.
I'm with you. I agree with that. But he's not. But this is not showing disrespect, just in your head, because you're old fashioned.
No, my wife said the same thing.
She's old fashioned.
She actually got pissed off first, which was great. But then I came in and played the heavy.
Did Isabella get crap when she got home?
As soon as she walked in, I said, sit down. And she looked at me and said, what's the matter?
Why is it all got to be a thing?
She's like, what's the matter? I go, I just want to talk to you real quick. And I said, listen, I'm sure the guy's super nice. That's cool. I said, but if he's coming to pick you up, he knocks on the door and he comes in and says hello.
Get me out of this house is what I would do. I got to go.
Listen, bye. Go.
Jeez.
Get ahead.
The stranglehold.
Get yourself an apartment. By the way, when you leave the car because that's mine.
Nope.
Leave the car because that's mine. That belongs to me. So, and I will say this. Another reason why I know that I'm not wrong, even though I never even thought I was wrong. She didn't even argue.
Because she knows you. She doesn't agree with you. She's not going to argue because she knows she's going to get nowhere. She knows your old-fashioned brain and that you're not going to think anything else. It's not new-fashioned.
I'm not old-fashioned. It's not old-fashioned. It's just common courtesy, common decency. It's the right thing to do.
But okay, and that's all well and good. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying that's an old-fashioned take. That's all I'm saying. That's what you believe. That's how you were raised. You were raised old-fashioned. You are still old-fashioned. That's all I'm saying.
I want an old-fashioned. Smoked
I would do that. Because I feel like when I have just one, I feel like that's what high is, like smoking marijuana. I feel like, because it's just
You want to try?
No.
Oh, okay.
But because I feel like I do. I feel like I am high because it's just my whole brain lightens up and I relax. I don't want to I just want to sit back and kind of smile, and it's all very, very chill.
I've been microdosing the mushrooms, though. That's been a good thing for me. That's been real good.
Does it make you nervous? You don't want to say, oh, that's micro is good. Now I want more. Now I want cocaine, and now I want heroin.
No. You're not going from mushrooms to heroin. But that's been a nice little change of pace. Because I really can't drink anymore. It sucks.
Really?
Yeah, the headaches is just too bad. It's every single time.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Is it just what you're drinking? Like, is it beers and...
No, I would say if I drank 10 times, and I'm not talking, I don't drink to excess.
Yeah, same.
I drink and I'll get a buzz on, but I'm not drinking to get drunk. I'm drinking to just like have a couple drinks, get a buzz on, be cool, social. You'll never find me slurring my words or any of that stuff. Not in years. But out of 10 times, if I did it 10 times, I'd get headaches probably 8 times, maybe 9 times. And it's not even like a hangover. It's as I'm going, the headaches kick in. And I've checked to see if I was allergic to alcohol.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not. I'm not.
That sucks. So now,
beers will give me headaches, and I won't feel good drinking beers. I could, drink whiskey, rum, and all the hard liquor. But
Right.
beer, it does something to me. I don't know if it's the yeast or what it is.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Tequila, I'm usually good with. But then there'll be a time where I'll start cracking open beers in the backyard, last summer, and putting them back. And I never drink a lot of beer. I very rarely drink beer. When I do, it's one or two, and then I get bloated, I get full. And there'll be times, but I'll just whack them back, and everything is fine. I feel nothing. But it's not worth it to me. The feeling, like the waking up the next day and then having the pounding headache and not getting out of bed until 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I'm done with all that stuff. I told you I started drinking that Little Saints, the mushroom alcohol.
Yeah.
It's not alcohol, it's mushrooms instead, but it's like reishi in lion's mane. It's not trip out mushrooms.
Oh, my God.
And it's just like you get a little buzz on. And it's not alcohol. It's out of your system quick. It's comfortable. It's nice. It's called Little Saints.
But you said you didn't get that from, the Kratom and stuff, right?
I never tried Kratom.
What did you try when you were at Ian's?
Wasn't it Kava?
Well, there's two different. I thought you had one of the, because I was drinking Kratom out of the can.
Maybe I was.
Yeah.
I wasn't drinking anything out of a can.
Okay, so you were just drinking the little things in the plastic cups.
Yeah.
You were drinking coffee. Yeah. Okay.
Mud water.
Yeah.
But I haven't tried Kratom.
Kratom, that's the thing you should have been drinking more of, because that will make you feel like you're getting a buzz on, but you're not drinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's how this mushroom booze is. It's like you're getting a buzz on, but it's not progressing.
No. Yeah.
It's just cool. And then once you stop drinking, it's kind of like out of your system and you're good. It's been nice. Me refinding mushrooms in my 50s has been
Can't do alcohol.
nice
Guess
little-
I'm shrooming.
a nice little
Let's
thing.
go shroom.
Shrooming. Anyway, so yeah, I might have to kill a teenage boy.
I think you'll be fine. Does he know how honest? How much? This is so gross, and I would just be like, screw it. I don't even care what he thinks of me at this point. If you're going to be all weird about it, but how much ass kissing does this kid have to do now that he didn't? No, I'm saying now since the initial thing didn't go how you thought it should go.
Doesn't.
He does not have to ass kiss. He can walk in like none of that happened and everything's okay.
100%. Just come in and shake my hand and say hello.
All right.
That's it. You guys are leaving? All right, have a good time. That's it.
Gross.
I know you think I'm medieval and stuff like that. I'm really not.
I really do.
I'm really not. Let's break now. When we come back, you'll have a shot at $1,000 with the bone bonus. We'll be right back.
1025 The Bone, where the Lightning play. We are the official broadcast home of your Tampa Bay Lightning. You're listening to JP on 1025 The Bone.
Honor all heroes at Palm Harbor Hero Fest on May 17th. This incredible community event celebrates our local heroes, first responders, veterans, and everyday champions making a difference. Enjoy live music, food trucks, kids' activities, a vendor marketplace, and more. Admission is free and fun for all ages.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Hurt in a slip and fall? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off a closing cost. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 6.50% APR 6.56%. on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Rate lock renews automatically to current rate after 60 days or any time upon request. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
Hey, this is Roger for the amazing Sleep Number Smart Bed. My wife and I, we've had our Sleep Number Smart Bed for over 8 years. My side of the bed, my Sleep Number setting is a 45. On her side of the bed, her Sleep Number setting is a 55. She likes the bed a little more firm than I do. Never slept better. It adjusts while you sleep so you can sleep well uninterrupted. Oh, by the way, over the last month, my average Sleep Number score is an 81. That's amazing. So why should you choose a Sleep Number Smart Bed? Well, so you can choose your ideal comfort on either side like we do. It's the only bed that lets you make each side firmer or softer whenever you like your Sleep Number setting. And right now, it's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event, up to 50% off, limited time, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. In Tampa, 1822 Northwest Shore Boulevard. In Clearwater, at the Countryside Mall on US 19. And in Brandon at the Brandon Exchange between JCPenney's and the food court. See store or sleepnumber.com for details.
Our massive Kia mega sale is going on now at Ken Ganley Kia Newport Richey. Buy with 0 down, 1.9% financing, or make no payments for 90 days. Sign and drive a new Kia from just $259 lease per month. 0 due at signing. $25K 36 months, 10K miles per year, no security deposit required. $259 a month, 0 due at signing. Bad credit, no credit, negative equity. If you earn at least $500 a week, we want to say yes, you're approved for a new 2025 Kia. Get massive savings on over 1,200 new Kias at Ken Ganley Kia Newport Richey on US 19. KenGanleyKiaNewportRichey.com. Tell them McKinsey sent you, because I want to see ya in a Ken Ganley Kia.
25 Sportage, $1,748 per month per 1,000 finance, 90-day deferred payment through Ally Bank, plus tax, tag, title, and doc fee on approved credit through KMF. Expires 5/31/25.
At Advent Health, we know the heart. We've mapped it, modeled it, repaired it, and rehabbed it. We've screened it, strengthened it, and saved it. We know your heart, and we know there's an unstoppable human spirit at the center of it. Learn more about whole person care and find nationally recognized heart care specialists at floridaheartexperts.com.
John Senning here for the National Aviation Academy. Are you somebody who needs to get that hands-on experience when you're learning something new? Are you trying to start a new path in life? Are you sick and tired of your 9-to-5? Well, think about a career in the world of aviation maintenance. And we've got the NAA right here in beautiful Clearwater. They're going to make the transition from whatever you got going on in your life to the campus world as smooth as possible. The next class starts May 29th. Make that change in your life today and visit NAA.edu.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey there. I'm Phil Briggs, Navy veteran and host of CBS Ion Veterans weekly radio show and podcast. And I often think of my old boss in the Navy, Commander Reed, especially when I'm trying to motivate my kids. Now I know how he must have felt trying to motivate me. This Military Appreciation Month, Navy Federal Credit Union wants to celebrate those who go above and beyond for us every day. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/celebrate. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Guys, if I could just have your attention.
Turn it on now!
You might want to check this one out.
All right, here we go!
Stay right where you are.
Stand by the broadcast.
Okay, people, let's do this.
Now we're ready to roll.
And now, it's JP.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
Hour number 2 brought to you by JustCallMo.com, Tampa's injury attorneys. A couple minutes late, but want to get you that money. Someone's going to win $1,000. Go.
Here we go, Bone fam. The Bone Bonus. Presented to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
House. 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 Head to the 1025 The Bone app now. Enter House. You have until 12:30 for your shot to win $1,000 in the Bone Bonus. Good luck to all y'all. Dizzy, you wearing your Arsenal gear today? Is that what I see?
Yeah, of course.
Trying to rock that thing? How many goals do you have to come back from behind?
Just one. It's
just one?
One ties it, 2 we win.
Is there soccer happening right now?
Well, at 3 o'clock, yeah.
Champions League.
I didn't know. So is it like some sort of a playoff or?
Kind of. So in Europe, if you finish in the big leagues in like the top 3-4 spots, you get to go to what's called Champions League, which is the best of Europe play against each other.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is the Champions League is made up of all of the best of the other leagues?
Just European leagues.
Best of the European leagues.
Yeah. So like no
like
MLS teams would be in
It's kind of like a weird hockey situation where the only like it sounds like a little more strict. A little stricter, a little top
What do you
3
mean?
you
Yeah,
said?
it's just Europe. So you got, but all the teams, they just have to come in. I know with the Premier League, it's what, the top 4 make it through?
Well, now 5. Next
And 5 that make it through. So, and then you go in and it's the best of the best. So the semifinals started yesterday and they played differently. So it's 2 games and is like an aggregate. So let's just say you play the first game and you lose 1-0, right? When you play that second game, even if you win 2-1, it's still tied 2-2 and you have to go to overtime.
I don't like it.
I like it better.
Yeah, I like it better too.
Bring
I
your
think
A
it's
game
interesting.
or you're out.
And I'll tell you what, for those of you who don't like soccer because there's no scoring, that Barcelona-Inter Milan semifinal, 13 goals in 2 games.
Ooh.
They will go nuts.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many people sent me notes saying on social they don't watch soccer, but they caught that Barcelona game. It was the best game they've ever seen.
It was very interesting. I go
And I
more
didn't
money
even
on
get
that.
You did you?
Yeah, I bet against Barcelona because it was paying a lot, and Milan plays some good football. So
Yeah. So today's your big day. Where are you going to watch the game?
well, I got to finish. I'll be sending shows. Will still be going on when it starts, so I'll be finishing it at the house. And,
if you want, I can give you my password for Paramount Plus, so you can put it on your phone and put it in the studio if you want.
Yeah, I might have to hit you up for that, bro.
Illegalities.
I got you, bro.
Yeah.
No worries. The big day today too. Today's Conclave Day. That's it.
It's happening on the big, like 155 million inch TV out in the common area out there, and I was watching it at the break. Yeah, they have to.
Was that what you were doing? You were
Yeah,
standing at the TV?
I was like super close to the TV.
Talking
and
to
I was
yourself?
Like, I was
Yeah.
like, look, they're doing it. But here's the thing. First of all, they are pretty old, like old, and not just like a little bit old, but like old.
The Cardinals, yeah.
And then they all have to wear. So they got up this morning and showered or whatever, and then put on
that outfit.
Yes. And then I don't even want to do that. Can't we all just get comfy? If this is going to be a while, if we're going to be in the conclave, voting and discussing, can we all just be comfortable in regular clothes? Like, why are we dressing like
For
this?
all we know, Monica, they're freeballing it under those ensembles.
Oh, please tell me they are. Yeah.
Right? So you got 133 dudes all sworn in, and now they're going to vote, I believe, 4 times a day until they have up to 4 times a day until they have a new pope. So we can have one today. I don't know. Have we seen the first batches of smoke yet, or are they
That's
really
my question.
just
Are you
getting
watching
under-
it? Because I was watching it out there.
I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, no.
And they had what they were doing when I was out there, and this was in the first hour, was they were all of them were all in a long ass line, and they were stepping up to like this podium, like that kind of faced the camera a little bit, and there was a big book that was open, and they were all then the one would go up there and then talk, and then he'd go, and then the next in line would go, and he would say something, and they would go. So is that before or after the voting?
That was all of them being sworn in.
Dear God, I'm out.
Is what that was.
I got to go to sleep.
133 of them.
Nope.
All getting
Call
sworn
me
in, and
when
then they start the voting, man. And then it's and then it's going to be black smoke until they got somebody. Then they'll finally agree on somebody, and then it'll be white smoke. And then this dude's life just went from being pretty much an unknown cardinal to the rest of the world to literally the face of Catholicism on the planet.
Yep.
You go for, like, when you're a Cardinal, then there's a little bit of kind of anonymity outside of your place.
But you're very well revered. You're high on the totem pole there. You're happy and you're not royal because there's no royalty, but you're up there.
What, as far as the Pope or a Cardinal?
No, a Cardinal. You're high, you're as high as you're going to get. Yeah, you're.
But you know what? I don't know any. I'm also not all that religious, but I know who the Cardinal is around here. Cardinal Dolan. I know that guy.
How do you know him?
What? He's on the news a lot.
But so personally, you don't know him. You know that there's a Cardinal named Dolan.
I did a telethon with him once, but I was in the studio and he was on he was on a Zoom kind of thing. But as far as other ones, like they're all kind of anonymous around outside of their spot where they're the Cardinal. And all of a sudden, somebody's going to be standing in their window with on a balcony with their arms wide open, addressing his people. It's crazy.
I think
if you really think about the whole thing, I find it, like I've said, super interesting, and barely even being religious. Just the way this whole thing is going to go down. We throw some paper in the fireplace, and then black smoke comes up, and everybody's like, "Oh."
Am I the only one? Am I the only one who thinks, and this is wrong, and I hope it's not disrespectful in the holy world, but I instantly think the traitors. You ever see the traitors? So when they at the very, very end, and they're all deciding who's a traitor and who's not a traitor.
Oh, you're watching that? I put you on to that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. I watched. No, the second season already happened. I watched it.
Yeah.
And at the
What is it?
It's a reality show that is set in a castle, and it's basically it's 2 or 3 people, depending on however many traitors there are, who are trying to
Murder
fake murder people and win all the money. If they can murder all the people and there's any traitors at the end, then they get the money. If they're called faithfuls. If the other faithfuls are there and there's even just one traitor, the traitor still gets the money. So basically, the traitors spend the whole game trying to convince everybody else they're a faithful. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So my point is, at the very, very end, when nobody knows anything and they're all hoping that they're all faithfuls and there's no traitors, they have a fire pit, and they have to pick out. They're like, if you think there are no more traitors, you throw this one in, and it's like a color. It's like red, I think, or green or whatever. And if you think it is, so they're throwing things into the fire, and it comes up a color. And I'm like, this is very papal. Yeah, it is. It really is. And I never put 2 and 2 together until you're talking about throwing something in a fire.
But it's going to be at least, I think they do it for a minimum of 8. Well, no, I think it's 8 days, and then they change. I know they have to get 2/3 vote in order to become the Pope.
Yes.
So 2/3, and then if after, I want to say it's 8 days, or it's 28 votes or 8 days, where then they're going to be like, okay, and they narrow it down to the 2 people who have had the most votes, and then everybody has to go back in and vote for just out of those 2 people.
And
because right now everybody's in the running.
Yeah.
Right now, everybody could just vote for themselves, and we know we're going to be here for a really long time.
Which is why they need to get comfortable. Are there snacks? What's the seating arrangement? Are there snacks? Is there a couch? I'm telling you, I have questions. Is there what is the seating arrangement in there? Are there cliques?
They're in the Sistine Chapel.
So I'm saying it's not the regular Sistine Chapel of every day because they're holding a conclave. So is there
No, there's only one Sistine Chapel.
I know, but I'm saying
they're in it.
The inside can't be the same because they're going to be in there for days, weeks, or whatever, and so they need to put couches and beds and what they got to put stuff in there.
Doesn't look that way.
That they can be comfortable. But
doesn't
also
look that way.
But also, they're not. Are there cliques? Are they all in there broken up into cardinal cliques, and then
probably
there's what do you call it, rival cliques? And I'm never doing that.
They're still human beings. They're all going to be jockeying. If one guy, is in the lead, he's going to be offering up pretty sweet gigs for his friends.
What I'm saying. This, or is it we'll cave here if you cave here, and compromises,
probably.
And then
the question now is, what direction does the church want to go into? So for the last however many years, I think it was 13 years he was in the gig, they said he was a very liberal pope.
Yes, and everybody liked it, and everybody was happy.
Not everybody. I'm with you. As far as I know, that guy did a pretty good job. He was just okay, enough. Gay marriage is cool. We're good. He chilled a little bit. But there's a lot of people on the conservative side. They're like, no bueno. We need to right the ship and start headed back the other way a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see. And then what really gets me is they'll announce the guy, and then the talking heads will just act like they know everything there is to know about this dude.
Well, they're doing research right now. Like the talking heads have to at least know a little bit about each one.
Yeah, but how could they even do that? They can't even know who's in the lead. And if they're in conclave, the door is locked. That means people are, cheating.
That's like when someone goes to prep for a play-by-play for the game or whatever. You have to have the info on all the team, not just the stars. Like you have to know a little bit, and then that way you can, because if it's a while, they have to be able to have talking points on each one. And so it's like they got their whole lives are just now they're just ensconced in all that is papal stuff.
Yeah, I got to turn it on in here. I want to see how many thousands of people are sitting out there in St. Peter's.
Can you
Square.
tailgate that? Can I drink some claws and sit in a little chair?
You know something? I know you don't like to travel. I think if you ever went to the Vatican, and I know you're not Catholic, I think you would. You know what's funny? Sometimes I like to think I have you figured out, but it could be the exact opposite. I would think you'd get swept up in all of it, and then there's the other part of me be like, nah, she wants nothing to do with this.
Yeah,
no scones, no Starbucks, no church.
I can go no scones. I can go. I can watch it on TV. Like I don't need to physically be there for that. That's a little because also keep in mind, then I would be taking up the spot of someone who's insanely Catholic.
I'm not talking about right now. I'm talking about in general. If you ever had a chance to go to the Vatican, I would highly recommend it because it's a pretty wild experience, and I'm not really all that religious. But you can't help but to, marvel, that Michelangelo was on his back trying to paint the ceiling, and just.
I can appreciate the knowledge of that, definitely. I can appreciate, wow, and there's a lot of books I can read about how it went down and all of that. I don't know that I need to physically be there, but I can definitely appreciate, especially since it was so long ago. Like, what did you have to go through to get that on the ceiling? I don't even know.
If there was a contest and you won at work, let's just say that instead of getting a bobblehead, someone had a client and the winner of the employee of the month or whatever won a trip for two to the city, to Rome, and you won it. Would you go?
What am I going to do in Rome?
Eat. Really,
you know
really
how
well.
picky I am about eating. I like hot dogs and canned ravioli. They don't have that there.
Yeah, they'll kick her out of. Rome.
Yeah.
You'd go. You'd go, right, Diz?
Of course, in a second.
Yeah.
But how long is that flight?
Oh,
Who cares?
But the flight there is overnight. The flight back is a little rough.
not
But you're going to be
going.
drinking it. You're going to be drinking and sleeping.
Yeah.
I can do that here. I don't have to fly on a plane to
I'm
Rome.
talking about on the
flight.
plane.
Yeah.
On the plane.
Yeah, I would
To
definitely
kill the
go.
time. To kill the time of the flight.
I would take the cash equivalent, I think.
You don't want to see like the Coliseum and stuff like that?
Nah. I would
that's
take
cool
the
to
cash
me.
equivalent and go to like Key West, which is closer and easier and way more fun.
I don't know if it's more fun.
My
There's a
fun.
lot of okay. I was gonna say
For me, what
There's
I
a lot
like
to
to
do
do.
in Rome.
Yeah. What do you
So
do?
you would just give it to somebody else? Or would you
No,
try
I-
to sell it?
Take the cash equivalent.
If they gave you a cash equivalent.
Oh, if they
But
didn't?
if it was coming from a client and you had to take the trip or just.
I would give it to someone else. Yeah, you can.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But someone else would clearly, just from the things I've just said, would get way more out of it than I would. It'd be a waste on me. I'm not getting
Yeah.
a passport. Dear God.
I'm not getting a passport, dear God.
Can you imagine just that alone and then sitting on the flight and then it's a different country? I just don't feel it's a different country. I barely feel safe here. I don't need to be feeling unsafe in a different country.
All right, time for a dead guy in the envelope. This is a black guy from sports. He was not a champion. He was an all-star, but not a champion. In his, at least not on the pro level. Monifa.
Interesting. Did he, not a champion, that's interesting. Did he have a long career?
No. Diz.
Is his sport played at the Olympics?
No.
Okay.
No. All right, 800-771-1025. A version of his sport, I believe, is going to be in the Olympics, but not his sport proper. Like exactly what he did?
Yeah.
No, but I think there's a spin-off of it that's going to come to the
L.A.?
That's going to come to L.A., yeah. 800-771-1025. You got an African-American dude, from sports. He did not have a long career, and the sport that he's in, as is, not in the Olympics. One more time, 800-771-1025. It's Dead Guy in the Envelope, brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com. Your yes or no questions when we return. We'll be right back.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Let there be light and red dots. Make your plans to get the Shark Coast Tactical this Saturday, May 10th. Will is unloading deals on Surefire flashlights and red dots from Aimpoint. Surefire are the preferred flashlights for the military and law enforcement. And if you have not seen the Aimpoint red dot, they are the best red dots, period. Don't miss Aimpoint and Surefire Day, only at Shark Coast Tactical, Saturday, May 10th. The shop is slinging freedom from 10 to 6 daily, closed on Sunday and open online 24/7. Shark Coast Tactical is on Beer Ridge Road in Sarasota. Look for them on social media. Tell them Mike Caltasea.
Market volatility isn't slowing down. If you're nearing retirement, now is not the time to wait and see. Every day of uncertainty can put your future at risk. It's time to diversify. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I want you to know you can create certainty, locking in guaranteed income for life. This means predictable, stable cash flow, even in turbulent times. You've worked too hard to leave your retirement to chance. Right now, there are options to receive up to 30% upfront or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't wait. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any examples provided are hypothetical. Annuities are issued with prospectus and sales brochures and should be reviewed carefully before funding as features and benefits vary. DBA in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
At International Diamond Center, we're all about family. And no one plays a more important role in the life of any family than Mom. She's the rock, the hero, the one that holds it all together. So we invite you to help us celebrate the mothers in our lives with the perfect Mother's Day gift and a little something extra. We've put together a special collection of jewelry just for Mom. We've set aside these carefully selected items so there's no guesswork. You can stop in, shop with ease, and get Mom a timeless gift she's sure to love. And to make it really special, with any purchase of $249 or more, we'll give you a $50 spa gift card so she can use it to treat herself to a day of pampering and relaxation. So come join us at IDC. Help us say a big thank you to the mothers in our lives with a gorgeous bracelet, maybe a pair of diamond earrings, a colored gemstone ring, or a piece from our Perfect Love collection. Buy the jewelry and we'll throw in the $50 spa treat at no charge. Happy Mother's Day from International Diamond Center, Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. Online, shopidc.com.
Weekday lunch just arrived at J. Luigi Soho, now serving Italia all day. Stop in Tuesday through Friday for $11 lunch combos and sandwiches made just for lunch. Then ease into happy hour from 4 to 6 with martinis, spritz, and more. J. Luigi Soho on the corner of South Howard and De Leon. Ciao for now.
If you or someone you know suffered any injuries involving a deployed airbag, you could be entitled to compensation. Morgan & Morgan has already recovered millions. Get America's largest injury law firm fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The old saying, you get what you pay for, still holds true today. Like when air conditioning companies offer you $29 tune-ups. Really? I'm not going to be fooled by that, and you shouldn't be either. Hi, I'm Zach Moskowitz, president of Cox Heating and Air Conditioning. Those so-called deals lure you into spending a lot more. At Cox Heating and Air Conditioning, we have a real, honest solution. It's our Cox Personalized Maintenance Plan. For only $110 for first-time customers, our certified technicians visit your home twice a year and keep you cool. Get your Cox Personalized Maintenance Plan today at coxair.com.
License number CAC 1816108.
Cox is your key to comfort since 1958.
If you've been hurt in an accident, call Bernetti PA. We make it easy. In fact, you can hire us by phone, over the internet, or we'll come to you. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Pollen season is here, and the only way to ensure that your car is truly clean every day is the unlimited membership plan from Bubble Down Car Wash. With locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, and a new location in Palm Harbor, you'll have the cleanest car in town every time you bubble down.
Time marches on, and a lot has changed. But one thing has not changed. Washington regulations on local stations. Regulations that make it tough for local TV and radio stations to compete with global big tech platforms. If you want to keep local news, weather, and live sports on TV and radio, we need updated regulations. Tell Washington to modernize the rules to help local stations compete. Learn more at nab.org/modernize the rules. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio, sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP.
It's Dead Guy in the Envelope, 125 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. 800-771-1025. Your clue so far is that you had an African-American guy that you know from sports. He did not have a long career. He was an all-star in his sport, but never a champion at the pro level. And Diz asked if the sport was in the Olympics. I think there's going to be a version of said sport in the Olympics. Again, 800-771-1025. Trey on line 4. You're the first one up. Go ahead, Trey.
Was the sport in question tennis?
No. Greg on line 7.
Did they make a movie about his life?
No. They did not. Anthony, line 1.
Hey, was he a professional football player?
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Okay. Did he die within the last 10 years?
Did he die in the last 10 years? When did he die? No, did not die in the last 10 years. Let's go. Mark, line 3.
Hey, was he a running back?
No. Ernie, line 7.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Did he play for the Cleveland Browns?
No. Sean on line 5.
Did he play for Chicago?
No. Let's go with Andy, line 2.
Oh, hang up. Sorry.
Jason on line 6.
Good afternoon. Was he a quarterback?
He was not a quarterback. No, he wasn't. Brian, line 3.
Hey, what's up, guys? Did he play for the... Oh.
The who?
Cleveland, the Rams. I thought it was on.
No, you are on. It was not the Rams. Sorry. Chris on line 4.
Hey.
Hey, man.
Did he play for the Chiefs?
He did not play for the Chiefs. No, he did not play for the Chiefs. 800-771-1025. Monica, you want to do nerd notes?
Yeah, we're doing good here. We have a black, we didn't say American, but.
Yeah, I said African American.
Did you? Okay, African American who played in the NFL. He was not a champ, but he was an all-star. He wasn't a champ in the professional level anyway. He did not have a long career. He did not die in the last 10 years. They did not make a movie about him. He was not a running back or a quarterback. He did not play on the Browns, Bears, Rams, or Queefs.
There you go. Hey, Kyle on line 6, you're up.
I think I'm wrong on this one. Is there a documentary on Netflix about him right now?
I don't think so. You're thinking well, what's his name?
Steve McNair.
No, it's not McNair. No. Andre, line 1.
Yeah, did he play on defense?
Yes.
Was he defensive end?
No. He was not a defensive end. But speaking of those, did you see JPP's trying to get back into the league?
Listen, go Bulls is all I have to say about that.
Go Bulls, go Bucks. Won a Super Bowl with the Bucks, didn't he?
Yeah.
Let's go with Jim on line 5.
Yeah, did he play for multiple teams?
No. No, he did not. Greg, line 7.
Did he play for the Chicago Bears?
No. He did not play for the Chicago Bears. Levi on line 6.
Did he play for the Green Bay Packers?
He did not play for the Packers. He did not. Let's go with Lamar on line 2.
Did he play for the U?
Yes, he did.
Is it Sean Taylor?
Sean Taylor is your dead guy in the envelope. Yes. Safety Sean Taylor died at the ripe old age of 24. He was murdered. Got shot. I think it was like a home invasion or something along those lines, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
It sure was.
Yeah, it was a home invasion. He heard noises in his house, and while he was investigating the cause, he was shot in the leg by a home intruder. His family was unharmed. He was rushed to the hospital. He died the following day. Congratulations, man. Sean Taylor was the dead guy in the envelope. I'm surprised there hasn't been a movie or something about that.
Yeah.
All right, your choice. Sasanta with Pussifer and Perfect Circle and Primus. That's Maynard James Keenan's birthday bash. Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs. Mike Campbell is formerly of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I have Billy Idol with Joan Jett or Stained.
Either one. Y'all choose. I don't know. I don't know any of them.
I don't know anything.
You don't know any of it?
No.
Do you want to just pass? This way you're eligible to win another time?
Sure, that's perfect.
All right, you got it. Good job.
Yeah.
Sean Taylor, the dead guy. There you go.
Do you remember when they had the memorial on the field for him and they played the Chiefs and that little POS Jackson Mahomes was doing like a TikTok dance on his memorial?
Oh, no.
I can't. No, I didn't know that. I don't. Well, he died a long time ago. So what would they do? It's like the anniversary of his death or something?
Something. But they had, what's it called? They had like those little the line holder things around so you can't go in it. And he went under it and just did a little stupid TikTok dance.
What is he doing?
I can't believe somebody hasn't beaten that kid's ass yet.
Yeah. I got to be honest. The Mahomes are very unlikable besides Patrick.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'll give that to you. The father's a piece of work, too,
Yeah.
huh?
Remember Rocker almost whooped his ass?
Yeah, I thought was that real, though? Or was that they were trying to set up some sort of, celebrity boxing thing?
I think it was real. And then when they asked Mahomes Sr. if he wanted to fight, he was like, probably not, right? That doesn't seem like a good idea. Because Rocker's a big guy.
Is he going to jail? Did he get another DWI or something, the father?
Yeah, he was always getting DUIs. I don't know if he went to jail for it, though, because they got money.
Yeah, well, there is that. There is that. All right. So there you go. Sean Taylor. What a sad story that was, man. This kid was like, they say, what do they say, that year, the 2001 University of Miami team was one of the best college football teams in history. He was on that as a freshman, as a true freshman. Won the national championship there. Got a couple of Pro Bowls in his 3 seasons in the NFL, and then that was it. Guy gets shot in the leg and dies. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't die from getting shot in the leg. I know you got the femoral artery and everything, but that's crazy. That's crazy. Poor bastard.
Yeah, that's sad.
Because maybe the home invaders, not that they're good people, they're like, I just shot him in the leg. He'll be fine. Nope.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now they're spending the rest of their life in jail. They got those guys, too, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I have no idea.
Justice.
All right. That was Dead Guy in the Envelope. Again, big thank you to Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com. We'll be right back.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. NASCAR lives right here on 102.5 The Bone. Sponsored by Jerry Ohm.
This week, the NASCAR Cup Series returns to Kansas Speedway. Will history be made yet again?
Flat traffic straight ahead. Wheel to wheels, they come to the line. Checkered flag is in the air.
It's the Advent Health 400.
Race days Sundays, where NASCAR lives in Tampa Bay. Right here on 102.5 The Bone. Sponsored by Jerry Ohm Jeep Ram, #1 in the country.
Hey, this is Roger for the amazing Sleep Number Smart Bed. My wife and I, we've had our Sleep Number Smart Bed for over 8 years. My side of the bed, my Sleep Number setting is a 45. On her side of the bed, her Sleep Number setting is a 55. She likes the bed a little more firm than I do. Never slept better. It adjusts while you sleep so you can sleep well uninterrupted. Oh, by the way, over the last month, my average Sleep Number score is an 81. That's amazing. So why should you choose a Sleep Number Smart Bed? Well, so you can choose your ideal comfort on either side like we do. It's the only bed that lets you make each side firmer or softer whenever you like your Sleep Number setting. And right now, it's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event, up to 50% off, limited time, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. In Tampa, 1822 Northwest Shore Boulevard. In Clearwater, at the Countryside Mall on US 19. And in Brandon at the Brandon Exchange between JCPenney's and the food court. See store or sleepnumber.com for details.
My name is attorney Bill Sansoni. You might know me as Dead Air Sansoni from the Ask the Dom show. I represent people accused in crimes in Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Manatee, Polk, and Sarasota counties. I also represent clients in federal court across the country. If you have been arrested or accused of a crime, call me, Bill Dead Air Sansoni, at 813-361-0874 or online at sansoni-law.com. Offices, Tampa.
At Brandon Honda, get 0 down, 0 security deposit, 0 first payment, 0 do-it signing. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Get a brand new Pilot for just $399 per month, new passports just $329 per month, or get a new HRV for an incredible $149 per month. Plus, get a real nationwide lifetime warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Visit BrandonHonda.com to get your best price and payments right online. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-279-1222 for more information.
Have you been hurt in an accident? Bernetti PA is here with a quick response. One call and we're on it. It's fast, easy, and focused on you. Quick action, real results. Bernetti PA, we're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Hey, it's Drew Garabo, proud member of Achieva Credit Union. And let's talk about fraud detection for a moment. You want to make sure that when these scammers get a hold of your information, that your financial institution has your back. Unfortunately, I have personal experience with this with Achieva Credit Union. They help keep those scammers out of my credit union account. I got my money back, and if I had listened to them in the first place, this whole incident never would have happened. Join by going to achievacu.com. That's ACHIEVACU.com.
Running a fleet is expensive. So what happens when you cut the fuel bill by 10% with a Coast Fleet Card?
We're saving money and time, which means we're able to take better care of all of our vehicles and our techs, plus our bottom line. Coast has been a real game changer for us.
With Coast, you get smarter spending, stronger security, and real support when you need it. Set spending limits, track purchases in real time, and stop unauthorized transactions before they happen. Coast works anywhere Visa is accepted, so you're not limited to overpriced or out-of-the-way gas stations.
The customer service is way above the company that we used before. Along with the extra security, it's worth saying again, total game changer for us.
Go to coastpay.com/news and learn how to save an average of 10% on your fuel bill with Coast. That's coastpay.com/news to save 10% on fuel with Coast. Coastpay.com/NEWS.
Coast Card products are issued by Celtic Bank. All card accounts are subject to credit approval. Actual savings may vary. See terms at coastpay.com. The spokesperson and characters in this ad are actor portrayals.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/news. That's ethos.com/news.
1025 The Bone, where the Lightning play. We are the official broadcast home of your Tampa Bay Lightning. And now, back to JP.
JP 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Got about 15 minutes left, and then we'll hand the keys over to John Senning. 800-771-1025 at JP on your radio on Twitter or Instagram. I'm just reading a story about this Clearwater condo complex.
Oh, man.
The hell do you do if you're there? It says evacuations order at a Clearwater high-rise after structural cracks discovered.
Yeah, they were literally having to go door to door and knock on the door saying, hi, just so you know, place is about to fall apart. Get your crap and get out. Like, I don't even know what do you do? You know, and Red Cross was there and everything, so you know it's serious. You know, it's not like it's just some rando. And then
it says the Clearwater first responders went to the South Beach 3 condos to evacuate the 12-story structure. Officials said it was 40% occupied during the incident. All crews went through all the floors and evacuated about 60 people who were inside. Okay, so that's not that many people.
I don't know. That just feels like that's 60 people that have to decide. And I don't know what time it was.
There's nothing to decide. It's where they're going.
And that's the thing. Red Cross is on the scene. And keep in mind, JP, we were just talking about this earlier. There's still a lot of recovering to do from last season's 2 hurricanes, where people are still unhoused from that and are staying at different places that are set up for that. So now there's even more people. And then what do? Someone knocks on your door right now, JP, when you get home, and they say, listen, just so you know, your house, we just discovered a crack or whatever. It's going to fall, so get out now. You have to grab whatever you have to grab. What do you grab? I mean, obviously your dogs, but I mean, no, but I mean, what else?
Probably my laptop.
What about stuff? Like, what
jewelry, like the stuff that's in the safe, I grab.
Do you grab the whole safe, or is that too heavy?
No, the safe is built into the foundation of the house.
Oh, geez. Okay.
It's impossible.
You go
but
in.
Even that, like, that would survive. I would just need to be able to get to it. But I'd empty it out and take it with me, and probably go get a safe deposit box at a bank somewhere in the meantime.
But what about stuff? Like, what about, like, there's nothing in your house that's like
stuff, man. If it goes down, the insurance is going to take care of it. It's just stuff.
Insurance can't cover memories, is all I'm saying.
I understand, but all the photos now, yeah, we'd probably take photos, but everything's digital.
Not the ones hanging on the wall.
She's got that, she's, what does she use?
Digital.
Shutterfly. Our entire marriage is on Shutterfly.
I have so many. And they're in the dining room right now because I had to bring them in from outside of the closet thingy. But I have like probably 2 full totes, like those plastic bin tote thingies of pictures of like.
There you go. So that's what you bring.
Yeah, it's heavy though. Yeah, that's true.
What you bring.
I have to bring that.
You got to realize too, in this situation, this is not like there's a category 5 bearing down on you and you got to get your stuff out of there. This is we noticed a problem. You got to get out of here just in case, but they're going to go try and fix it. Yeah,
but with the hurricane, even if it's months later, you're going back to whatever you're going back to, whether they're building or whatever. This is, your stuff is going to be gone.
Maybe, if it falls. Big if.
I don't know.
Right now, they're erring on the side of caution. They found a crack. It says, they found the high-rise in Clearwater is being evacuated due to a support beam splitting.
Oh, God.
According to Pinellas County
good,
Commissioner Chris Latvala. Nice.
Latvala.
Latvala? Latvala?
I think you had it right. I guess you had it right the first time. But I'm saying that support, none of this sounds good. I'm just going to assume when I'm not coming back to this house. Like
right.
all
What's
my
happening?
clothes, you have to put together clothes. You have to put together medications. It is kind of like packing for a hurricane. You're right there. Like just whatever you're.
This is literally I'm pretty sure I can throw a rock from Nicole's aunt's place to this one because it's on Sand Key.
Are you sure it's not her aunt's place?
Right before the bridge. Yeah, I'm looking at it. This is not.
Maybe it's a snowbird place.
No,
That's why it was only
is-
40% or whatever occupied.
This isn't it. I'm going to send it to her, though, and make sure it's not hers. But, yeah, you know what? This is what's going on. That's why you're starting to see a lot of condos are up for sale because what's going on now is ever since that condominium tower fell outside of Miami, they're realizing a lot of these things are older.
Oh, really? They're old in Pinellas? You don't say. Stuff is old in Pinellas, huh?
Yeah, but you said it was like smelly and dirty.
I didn't say smelly.
You said dirty.
I did say dirty because old in my head is like dirty and old.
Okay. Well, what's going on is the one that fell in Miami, now all of a sudden everything had to be inspected.
Yeah, and good,
And
as
then
it
you got
should.
after the hurricanes. So people have, they buy their place. They know what their mortgage is going to be. They know what their HOA is. Now all of a sudden, building improvements are being mandated and their HOA fees are going through the roof.
Yeah.
And now they can't afford to stay there anymore.
Yeah.
So now there's an influx of condos on the market.
Yep.
And people aren't rushing to buy the condos.
No.
Because they don't know what's going to be hidden and what's going to hit them upside the head once they get in there.
That was part of the problem when I was looking to move because I'm looking to rent. And all the stuff I was looking into in the Citrus Park area, it was all to be sold. Everybody's looking to sell it. Nobody wants to rent. They're all about the selling. And like you said, I don't know that anything's getting scooped up right now.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
What is that? It's not a buyer's market or a seller's market. Or is it a buyer's market then?
It would be a buyer beware market.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's a lot of them. So chances are you're going to get it for maybe less than, for asking or less than asking, but you don't know what's lurking.
And how much
all
money
of a sudden, all it takes is some inspection crew to show up.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden they either have to evacuate the building or it needs severe constructions or another storm comes in and the roof is blown off. And now you got to pay for the roof and everybody's HOA fees go up and
upgrades to make it whatever the new, which
the whole deal.
In which there should be. And I know it sucks and I can't imagine, and that's part of the hell of owning or whatever, but like there should be upgrades. Like you can't have the same structural whatever as you did in the 50s or 70s.
Yeah.
You got to upgrade stuff.
In other news, did either one of you guys see the robot that was like attacking its human handlers?
First of all, it was not attacking.
It was attacking him.
It was wildly. It didn't have its own
Shut
brain.
up, Monica. It was attacking.
Oh my God, you guys are.
It was even yelling out, "The world is pain."
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
All right.
The world is.
Oh my God.
I promise you.
I started watching, and I get what you're saying, Monica. Like the headline, the video doesn't exactly match the headline, but I tell you what, scared the piss out of those two handlers.
Yeah.
They didn't know what the hell to do with themselves.
Well, it's scary because this thing is powerful and swinging at me, but not because it's alive and thinking I'm overthrowing people.
You don't know that.
Ugh.
You don't know what they put into that thing.
Oh my God.
Terminator 2.
Made it
Original
sentient?
die.
Yeah.
I love how me, the person who feels bad for inanimate objects and names them, is not thinking like y'all are thinking, who made fun of me for having feelings for inanimate objects. This robot, this thing is a pile of parts, metal or whatever, and screwdrivers.
Yeah, it was trying to break free and destroy everything around.
It was a malfunction of someone who'd screwed it up, and a little thing went wrong, and its arms were flailing, and it was not anger.
It was ready to whoop someone's ass.
Oh my God.
Correct.
To get free.
Okay.
Then he started singing that Queen song. I want to break free.
No, none of that happened. This is a fear tactic. People were fine.
I don't know, man. Those robots they be building over there, and what's it, Boston Dynamics or whatever, and all them.
I think so. Yeah.
Crazy amount of stuff that goes into that.
I know. I'm not down with any of this robot stuff, to be quite honest with you. I'm not down with
totally
what
believe that.
Tesla's doing. I'm not down with what Tesla's doing with the robots. And I know the Kardashians already have one of those things. Like, you know what? I'm good.
Where's the line? Is your vacuum cleaner the line?
I'm not bringing any of it into my. I barely even want the robot. Robot vacuum.
That's what I'm saying. That's in your house, so you're at least okay with that.
I'm not okay. I hate that thing with a passion.
Do you think it will rise like this robot did and rise above and start going against you and like suck up your air in them?
I could take the robot vacuum.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I could take it.
I'll kick a Roomba across the room.
Yeah, no doubt.
What if you
No
wake
doubt.
up with
Or
it on your
step up.
chest and it's got a vacuum thing on and it's like, and then now you can't breathe because it's breathing in all your air.
I could throw it, but that Tesla robot, that thing is
throw
bigger
it.
than me, and I can't. I don't understand why anybody's inviting this stuff into their house.
Yes.
I don't understand it.
Because they're cool, man.
And you know what else I don't like? Those like security robot headless dogs.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so there was one of those at the Barbecue Love Fest, right?
I'm gone.
And it was at the entrance where, so you just can't avoid it. Like it was like there, and it had like a little hat on it, and it had stickers on the side or whatever. So if you go in, I looked at it, and my first instinct was to attribute human or feelings or because it's moved so smoothly, it looks like a dog.
Yeah,
it looks like a dog. If they would have put fur, like realistic looking fur on there, which I think is the way to go if you want people to buy this nonsense, then it would be one thing. But then I was like, Monica, it's literally being controlled by that guy right over there.
Well,
like
you think for now.
Here's the problem, Monica. They don't want you to buy into it. They want you to fear it. They want you to know that, like, if you're up to no good, see this little robot dog, you don't know what it's capable of.
Yeah.
I'm looking at that guy. I'll just tackle that guy who has the controls.
I guarantee you could chase. I don't know if they're.
The guy was, like, right
I don't
over
think
there.
it's a remote control.
The one
I
it's
think
probably
the thing just
both.
It goes on and it sees, it knows what's right and what's wrong, and then next thing you know, the thing is chasing
doesn't
you
have a
down,
brain.
and you got a yellow headless dog that's mechanical, that's trying to outrun you, and you haven't ran in a while. Next thing you know, it gets on top of you and it stabs you. It's bad.
It was a Black Mirror episode. Telling you, gotta watch Black Mirror.
I guess you guys keep bringing up Black Mirror. I guess I gotta watch it.
You gotta check it out, man. Don't watch it in order though.
And it's what, Max?
The first episode might is it no Netflix. The first episode will turn you off. Well, might turn you off. It involves a politician having to F a pig. So
Pass.
Is that wrong?
It ain't
well,
right.
I don't know if that's your cup of tea, but it might turn you off.
I'm sure he wasn't the first one. I'm sure he wasn't the first politician to do it.
Every episode has obviously like a bigger message. Like it's not, oh, this guy's effing a pig. You got to there's like a bigger, message behind the whole episode of why he's doing it.
A moral
and
of
why
the
it's
story of
crazy.
sorts?
Kinda, yeah. So there's always like a little twist at the end. You're like, oh, okay.
They're changing Netflix up, aren't they? I read something. They're switching it for the first time in 15 years or something.
Really?
They're
Oh, that
changing up.
reminds me. I got to cancel mine.
Yeah, but they're changing
Why
something
you
about the way
canceling
it's.
Netflix?
I only got it because I have a box at home that mostly plays all those. But the only issue is it's people upload that. So when we were watching Black Mirror, it cut off near the end of the episodes, which never happens. And Nicole was so into it, we're like, let's just buy it for a month and then watch.
Yeah.
$7 for a whole month to watch a show.
Yeah.
That's a steal.
I didn't know it was $7. I was thinking it was
Well,
like
it's
15,
very basic
16.
with ads. I was like, we could do ads.
I don't care about ads.
Yeah, exactly.
Back
Gives me time to go to the
the
bathroom.
the condos falling down. Jess is back on Twitter. Said the condos are about a half a mile from her place in Sand Key. The neighbor is telling her that they're treating it like hurricane aftermath, and the residents are being told to file claims for the displacement.
Well,
There is no set time for a return.
you got to bring all your stuff now. Whatever you can pack in your car. The furniture, the dishes, my clothes, all my shoes. Oh, my God.
Yeah. It's crazy times, man.
It's very sad. I can't imagine. And with zero, like with a hurricane, you're like, you have time to get your affairs. There's people talking about it on TV. It might come this day. You have a week or 5 days or whatever. This is just knock on the door, get your stuff and get out.
Yeah. In no time.
That's crazy.
In no time. Like, you don't have to be out by the weekend. No, you have to be out.
No,
Yeah,
now.
I know.
I was just having dinner. What?
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, great show to get today, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. John Senning has got your next shot at $1,000 coming up at 2 o'clock. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow at 11. Bye.
Tilling my own grave to keep me level. Jam another dragon down the hole.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think.
Makes me feel good.
Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Ruck, run, or walk it at the 3rd Annual Sergeant Anthony Patrick Malstat's Defender Ruck on June 7th. Choose the 5K, 2.2-mile Ruck Walk, or go virtual. Every step supports military mental health and suicide prevention, plus music, food, raffles, and more. Sign up now at defenderruck.com and use the code THEBONE for $10 off.
When it really matters, choose Farah & Farah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Car accident? Take back control of your life. Call Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are conquering the unconquerable. Our experts are leading the way with innovative regenerative medicines and biotherapeutics that can repair diseased, injured, or defective tissues and organs to help treat people with chronic medical conditions. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
Preparing to sell your home can be costly and time-consuming. You can skip the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hey, it's JP. You can say goodbye to the stress that comes along with showings, open houses, and costly home repairs. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate will sell your home fast and for maximum value. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home for top dollar. Just go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Wait, you're leaving us? You're matching pajamas.
Matching silk pajamas, babe.
You discover Heineken and now you go out to watch live sports?
We were literally made to wrap you in luxury, to vibe, to recharge your soul.
And your weighted blanket is here.
It's like a blanket, but so weighted.
Don't listen to your PJs. Head to the game with some friends and grab some ice-cold Heinekens. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
And a lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, I'm usually much more active, but since I've been in pain, I've had to limit the activities I'm doing.
You're listening to Janelle, arch support specialist at the Good Feet store.
He came in and he wanted to be able to keep up, play sports with his kids. From there, we figure out which arch supports complement those activities. I fit him with the arch supports, and as I followed up with him, he's messaged me and said, I took my kids to the park today. We're walking, we're exercising, riding the bikes, and those are all things that he wasn't doing before because he was in pain.
For over 25 years, the Good Feet store's arch support specialists have been helping folks to live the life they love without foot, knee, hip, or back pain getting in the way.
Our goal is to have that long-term change for them. That's what's most important, is knowing that you leave an impact on someone's life. And I like that.
Try them for yourself. Stop in for a free personalized fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
Visit any of our 5 locations throughout Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota, and at goodfeet.com.
Are you ready to build wealth through real estate? Then don't miss this exclusive one-night-only class. Hi, I'm Bruce Woodburn, the Loner Ranger with 102.5 The Bone. May 7th from 6 to 8 at Columbia Restaurant in Ybor City, I'm hosting a special class for serious buyers who want to learn how to buy like the pros. This isn't for first-time home buyers. This is for people who want to acquire real estate portfolio that generates income, fuels retirement, and creates generational wealth. You'll learn how to purchase properties with less than 20% down, pick the right properties, negotiate smart deals, and select reliable tenants that protect your investments. No gimmicks, no sales pitch, just real strategies that seasoned investors use every day. Seats are extremely limited, so just $25 per person or $30 per couple. No children, please. Register at WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com and reserve your seat before they're gone.
Hey, chill seekers, I've got something mind-blowing for you, and it's the Cava Social Club. If you haven't tried it yet, you're missing out on the Cava and Kratom drinks. They are delicious. It's time to forget the stereotypes. These smooth, flavorful blends are perfect for unwinding after a long day. Trust me, your taste buds and your stress levels will thank you. If you're ready to elevate your chill, head to the Cava Social Club in downtown Bradenton, where good vibes and great people meet. Check them out on all your social medias at Cava Social Club.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Business owners everywhere are raving about ZipRecruiter's new feature, Zip Intro.
which does the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates to meet with you as soon as the next day. So we decided to call up some of these employers and hear their stories. Today, we're on the phone with Pilates studio owner Crystal M. Harris. Crystal, how has Zip Intro helped you hire?
Well, I was opening a Pilates studio in McDonough, Georgia, and I needed to staff up quickly. Zip Intro did the work for me. It helped me find enthusiastic candidates who matched my qualifications perfectly.
That's great.
Yeah, I had my Zip Intro session on Tuesday, did all the interviews by Thursday, sent out the offers on Friday, and they started on Monday. Because Zip Intro did most of the work, I saved so much time.
Absolutely. And to our listeners, you can try Zip Intro for free right now at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Here we go. All systems go.
This is the true story about Mac. Check it. Times are changing, more so each year. But the early morning Stone Pimp is here.
3, 2, 1.
People are expecting quite a bit.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
I can feel it down in my plums. You're getting a nice bluish hue.